Hey everyone, and welcome back. You are going to have this prototyping resource available to you, so I suggest that you go ahead and open it and use it with me. You can create copies and even delete some of those assets if you need to, and go ahead and play. You bring in your own wireframes and test out what I'm doing as well. So I like to keep it really simple. Just to start out, we're going to talk about our navigation. Let's jump right in. What I'm going to do here is I already have it set up where I have all the main navigation items for my wireframe. And I just want to showcase a couple of things. I want to showcase just how the navigation is just going to work. You click on wish list, it's going to go to wish list. I know it seems pretty small, but ultimately it's just something to just showcase on how to get these to work really quickly. So let's jump right in. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to work from one side and one frame to the next. So I'm going to click on the prototype tab. I already have it open. And I'm going to actually select that toolbar item and just drag a connection over to there. So all these interaction details are already set up. I'm not going to change them. I'm going to leave them as is. So I'm going to just stick with on tap. And here I'm going to keep it simple as well. I'm not worried about things like smart animate. That's just too high fidelity for what I'm working on right now. I may get into it a little bit later, but I'm just going to stick with dissolve. And then I'm going to stick with ease out. I think that's totally fine as a, just something to use right away. And I'm going to make sure that my duration is something like maybe 300 milliseconds, which is not too quick and not too slow. And I'm going to actually repeat this whole process for every single item. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that when I click all these items on every single page, I'm going to be able to go to any page I want to from here. But you don't need to create those massive prototypes that sprawl across pages and pages. I think if you create prototypes that are essentially just small interactions of how things should work, maybe you want to put in a move transition where the screen pops in and out, and maybe you just want to showcase what it's like to or unlike something within your wish list. These are the types of interactions you should be building prototypes with. But let's take a look. So now we have our full flow, or at least some of it. So the last one we have here is just the last screen, and you saw how quickly it was to just create this small little prototype. We're just worrying about, just the dissolve. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to call this something like navigation, and in here you can write the description of how a user is able to navigate through the application. So I'm keeping even my description super, relaxed for something like this. And that's basically it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to preview our prototype up here. It's going to open up that new tab for us, which is wonderful. And there we go. We have our prototype. We have our description here. And all we're really going to do is we're just going to see how it works. So basically, it seems like everything is connected. We can get to basically any navigation page in our little bottom toolbar here pretty easily. And that's how you create a really simple prototype in Figma.